Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Ellie, and I am an indie author of multiple books. I'm currently sick, I'm sure you can tell. But I've been pushing this 10K day off for a few days now because I was extra sick before. Because I was supposed to do it on Monday, it's Wednesday now. So, we're still doing it. And excuse me if I have to keep sitting here, the lighting is just best here, so you can actually see me when I'm updating. But today, we are going to be finally finishing the first draft of my detective suspect story, which does have a title. It's had a title for like ever. And the title is Promise of a Lifetime. And it's really cute, and I just can't wait to finish it. And again, reminders, because it's the first draft, does not have to be perfect. I just have to have something on page so that when I'm going back in the second draft in like a month, I can like get an idea of what the story's gonna be like, so that I can start filling in both for the scenes and for new scenes that need to go in and everything. So I have about 9 chapters I have to get through. It was gonna be less, but then I didn't end up working on it anymore last week because I was sick and I had to stop all of my projects. So I have from 24 to 32 to do. Some of them are 2 scenes a chapter, some of them are 1 scene a chapter. Honestly, don't care how many words each scene ends up being. If it's less than 1,000, it's less than 1,000. I just need to get some scene on paper so that when I go in for edits, we have a slate to work with. So let's get started. A little bit of a different angle, but we are about to hit 1,500 for the day, so we're going well. We're still in 1 scene, so we're doing well. It is now noon. We are about an hour, a little over an hour and a half into the day, and we are like 2,600 words into the day, so we're over a quarter way through. My roommate's on her way back from the grocery store, so I'm gonna have to pause soon and help her bring stuff up and all that, but we're still only on the second chapter of 9, so we've got a while to go, because that first chapter I had like more to write rather than like the second chapter is close to done. It's not done, but like maybe a few hundred more words, maybe a couple hundred more words. But yeah, it's a fun time. I'm really enjoying it, honestly. I can't wait to edit this one, because like once I have the basis and I can start filling in and making it like emotional, oh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. And this book is gonna have a spin-off, so like this book's not gonna be first book in a series, but it's gonna be a spin-off to a trilogy, which I probably shouldn't be talking about right now because that's gonna be like years before that one comes out. But I'm setting up already for the first book in that trilogy because I can't help it, but also because like it's just naturally coming, like those characters are naturally there. So yeah, it's a great time. I'm enjoying it. It's nice to enjoy it because this book has been the one, like I'm still on draft 1. It's been giving me trouble, which was act 2. By the way, my last vlog, I couldn't remember the word act. I kept going part 2, part 3. Act 2 of the book is the one that's giving me trouble, which is weird because that's usually not the one to give me trouble. Usually act 3 gives me more trouble. But yeah, I'm in act 3 right now, and it's a great time. And we are just about 3,000 words into the day. We are at 4,085 words or so. It's currently 3 p.m. exactly. I took a break in there and I did like an hour of marketing stuff, so like preparing author swaps and all that, and then ate, cleaned up a little bit, got a little bit more writing done, which is when we hit 4K, and then now I'm gonna clean a little bit more for like the floors and stuff. Things are going well. I don't know at this rate, if I'll be even able to finish all those chapters with just 10K. But at the same time, some of these later chapters, I might be lucky if I even know what to write in them. So we might not even be able to hit, I don't know. Also, I'm in here because my roommate's home now and I don't like filming in public spaces when there's other people around. So yeah, the updates might be coming from here from now on. My nose is still gone, but it's going great. And honestly, some of these scenes I'm like, okay, so the scene I just wrote, because the chapters are switching guy girl, everything in like the girl's perspective that I want to happen has to happen on the same chapter, or we have to wait until 2 chapters later, because the next chapter is the guy's chapter. So like there are some things I'm like, oh, it's gonna make it really long, or I feel like I need more space in between these. So the scene I was just writing, there's another scene after it where they're put in the same chapter, but I feel like timeline wise they would need to be separate chapters, but then I would need to find something with the guy to throw in there. So that's something that's gonna go into draft 2. But for right now, we're just writing. And also, you know that thing I said about setting up for the other, like the spin-off book to this? It's really setting off, and it's not like I'm doing it on purpose, but like I can't, like it, and it fits with the story too. Like it kind of has a spot in this story as well as when it spins off to its own story. Ooh, but I'm getting excited about that one, and I need to stop because I'm not writing that one until this one is like fully done. So okay, so I was right, because those last chapters, like nothing got written in them, because I'm not like 100% clear of how I'm gonna write this. So I don't want to just write stuff just to write stuff. So we got like 5,500 words. So we're gonna call this finishing draft 1 instead of a 10K day, because it's not anywhere near a 10K day. So we have about 5,500 words. And that's including, like, I skipped a couple scenes in between, because again, I'm not sure how this is gonna play out. Plus, some of those things I'm like, I need more stuff in between this, so I'm gonna need to re-outline and add more scenes in. But to kind of add to that 10K day, it's still nowhere near 10K, but to kind of add to it, I wrote a bonus scene. My bonus scenes I usually always like have in mind, and I never write. And then by the time I kind of have to have it on my website, I don't have it written. So right now I only have 2 bonus scenes on my website. Kind of need to go back and edit them, just like regular edits, not like the actual content. One is Darius's POV for Buttercup Baby, and one is Hunter's POV of the first meeting scene in Alluring Darkness. So they're both great. I still need to write more bonus scenes for the Widow Magic series. And then I have a few bonus scenes planned out for the Catcher series that I still haven't written. But this time around, I wrote 1 bonus scene, okay? 1. I have 3 semi-planned. Like, kind of planned, but like, this one is the most concrete idea of it. So I wrote that. So the good thing is, when this is closer to publishing, I'll be able to like edit through it and then publish it, so it'll be easier to have the bonus scene. So that's my plan, is to hopefully try to get bonus scenes written as I'm writing the book, which is hard to do because I always tell myself it's not as important, because obviously it's not part of the book, so it's not as important for me to have it finished. But I'm gonna try so that I'm not like, the book's not published and then I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna write the scene, because it happens with all my other books. So yeah, and that was like 963 words, so basically 1,000 words. So we're like 6,500 words per day, so it's going great. But yeah, promise of a lifetime finally has like a first draft. It's the shortest first draft. My contemporaries usually are, but this one's like not even 35,000 words, so it's like 34,400 something. So yeah, it has so much to add to it though that I'm not worried it's in my head it's gonna be longer than Buttercup Baby, which is 71,000 words, the final. I'm sorry, I can't breathe because my nose is clogged. But in my head it's gonna be longer than that, so I'm not worried. But because technically the first draft is like done, I don't really have anything else to work on it. Or like I'm gonna let it sit for a few weeks, maybe like a month, and then I'll get back into it. Until then. It's like, I don't know what time. Oh, it's 5:30 exactly. I just put on CSI Miami. It's on Hulu. It was just season 1 and I was so upset, and I just checked. They now have season 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. So I'm assuming they're slowly adding seasons in, which I'm glad, because season 2 has one of my favorite scenes. And I don't know what season my other favorite scene is from, but it's later. It's like when Horatio knows about his son and stuff. Yeah. I will update if I have anything else to say, but that was essentially finishing up draft 1 of Promise of a Lifetime, which I know when it's coming out, but I also don't want to talk about when it's coming out because I'm like nervous to put it out there. But then also no one really watches these videos, so I could just put it out there. Ooh.